yourself a little bit of space. Now these are called jumps for rhythm. So we're just going to be like a pogo stick. 20 of these, just join in when you're ready. Jumps for rhythm. Feel like the ground is just bouncing you up like a pogo stick. Right, stand with your feet under your hips. A little bit out of tension so you're actually pushing into your fingertips like they're alive. And then close your eyes. And once again, just be nice and tall. So when we do this eyes closed work, we're actually looking to feel. Just feel the body. And open. And we're going to do what's called jumps for max height. So I'm going to jump as high as I can and then put a little jump in between. So it's like this. Join in. Good. High as you can. 4 more. 1 more. Back into this position. At attention, so to speak. Close your eyes. Open. What are you noticing at that time? So when we do the really dynamic activity and then we go to this stillness, what do you notice? Mesh? Do you feel taller? Yeah. Spot on. And it seems to work really well when we do the extreme of really dynamic and then so-called nothing. It's not nothing, as you know. Okay, so obviously on a tennis court there's always a break, which is at least 20-30 seconds in between the next point. I think it's important you learn a strategy how to be clear in that time, because what we mainly do is we mainly beat ourselves, particularly in tennis. So if we can clear away each time, it's a really good skill. But you know, a tuck jump, bringing the knees up, we'll try and do 20. If you need to, put a small jump in between. If you can keep going, just keep going. Right, off we go. Stop. Set up. Breathe, pay attention. See if you can do all your breathing only through your nose. Okay, open. Interesting to recover that way, isn't it? Right, we're going to do this. Is quite hard, this last one. It's called rocket jumps. We see if we can put our fingertips on the ground, and then we launch up like a rocket. It's like this. Alright. It's good if you can do 20, you might not be able to. See how you go. Good. Just keep it moving like a giant spring. Try not to have any pauses, continuous. Look after your spines a bit more, keep them longer. Keep it going, guys. I think that's about 15. Some. And stop. Go into our recovery position. Try and recover through the nose. As Esha was saying, feel the length of the spine. And open. Okay, the reason this training is so effective, most of you mentioned the gym, but when you use your body weight this way, so when we come down from a big landing, from a big jump, about 4 times or 5 times our body weight we're dealing with. So I weigh 83 kilos. So when I land, I'm dealing with over 300 kilograms of force. But we obviously can't see that because there's no plates or a stack, you know, where you put the pin in for your weight training. But when we play sport, we're actually dealing with movement forces. So it makes sense to use movement as the load. You all understand that? We're using movement as the load. Notice how you feel now. You're pretty alive. And look at how dynamic you've just been, you know? Jumping and so forth. Now this takes a different sort of discipline to do this, because you've got to, say you're on your own, you may not do what we've just done, but if you can choose 3 or 4 things out of what we've just done, do some jumps 2 or 3 times a week, it's going to really help. Particularly help what's called leg drive. So during this phase here, because we want to really accelerate the racket from the ground and using what I just call throwing motions, you know, the idea how we throw the racket using the ground.